Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Tritoncraft, and yeah, we are kind of up here at a tree just so you can kind of look over the world behind me and kind of see everything that we've done so far. And I mean, it kind of also gives me an idea of a lot of the work that we have left to do, kind of, which is a lot, unfortunately. There's still so much to be done. We are still working on our little fishing house that is just right over my head there. And we have a lot of other things to do. It looks like it's about to be nighttime out, so let's head down and let's take a little nap, and then I'll tell you what we're going to get up to in today's video. It is a bright and beautiful new day, and yeah, we have been hoarding some supplies here, bringing stuff over here that we're going to need to kind of build some of the things we're going to be working on in the future, like a ton of ice, so that way we have ice for our items system that's going to take the kelp into our new smeltery that's going to be being built in that fishing house over there. We've also been making some blocks of gold and of iron and things like that. We've been bringing over a lot of different things, so that way we have some different items. I've been crafting all these bones into bone blocks because I've just had so many, and I've been spending some time over at the Wither Skeleton farm collecting blaze rods, which I decided, because I've been using so many coal blocks for decoration and chucking into all these different decorative aesthetics over here, like here, I want to kind of, you know, stop that. I want to start tossing, you know, different kinds of fuel in here, at least until the kelp smeltery is built. So I just spent a little while, I was doing it on a live stream for a good portion of it. Just hanging out, just chatting with people, just hanging out, doing my thing. And, you know, in the meantime, we were collecting blaze rods, among other things. Of course, we were collecting bones and coal over there from the wither skeletons and wither skeleton heads, so we can go and fight the wither some more. And of course, we have our nice fogged glass effect here in Chroma Hills, which doesn't work. Can't we do something about this? Now that is more like it, ladies and gentlemen, in our just kind of normal little skin pack here. And I'm loving the fogged glass. I really want to work on getting the fogged glass effect fixed for these other areas where it uses it, because this just looks too beautiful. Like, I just absolutely love this. And I also love the kind of gradient between the concrete, the honey, and all this kind of stuff in this texture pack now that we've added these gold blocks in here, because the gold blocks, they have a little bit of white and they have a little bit of orange in there. So I feel like it just kind of helps to blend in with this almost yellowish orange concrete, and then the, you know, the far brighter powder. And of course, we've got the honey blocks in here, which do have a lot of orange in them. But I just love, again, that fogged glass effect. We need to fix it over here because it's not quite as pronounced over here in these areas with the blue and with the green. We need to get some more lighting down below so that way we can see some things a little bit better and just kind of do a whole better job with all this stuff. But that's not what we're going to be working on in the stream today. In the stream, well, this isn't a stream, this is a video, Nick. We are going to be working on this over here. You might notice that all these animals are now tethered up to different little posts over here, and our little honey contraption and our farm that was over here all gone. I decided to wipe all that stuff out, and we are going to be building a new structure, a bee house, over here, because this just kind of looked really janky and weird. It was just a thing that I was kind of doing to collect a ton of honey, and I kind of just, you know, just want to build a nice house over here. So now we have a little bit, you know, better of a system over here. It's going to look way better. We're going to have a nice house, and we're going to keep the grass over here. So this is going to be built over here in the same place where everything was over here. And we're just going to kind of take all that stuff and, you know, make something nice. It's going to be really nice. So our bees are going to have a nice home. All these guys are going to need to get relocated to different areas. We're going to be building a full-scale sheep farm over here at some point, which we're going to have all the colors. And we're going to basically just take all of our sheep. And can we actually, like, get these guys out of here now? I'm going to kind of start trying to move some of these mobs out of here now. Come here. Don't. Nope. But the other thing is I don't want to move them anywhere near where they're going to get into these magma blocks, which is kind of a danger that I'm going to end up having to face over here. So I'm kind of trying to avoid that as well. And I really kind of just want to steal this. Can I steal this guy's llamas? I kind of really want to steal his llamas. I'm totally going to. Well, not this one now, probably. This one's probably mad at me, but I feel like we can steal this one. Is he already tamed? See, he's already tamed. Come here. I kind of want, like, I have other llamas over here. Oh, this is going to be such a mess. All right, so we're going to tether you to right here. And we're going to come back and we're going to, you know, sort you out momentarily. Let's get the rest of our sheep. Where are you tethered at, my friend? Are you guys both up here? So I don't know how many animals were tethered in there. I think just the 2 sheep, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, looks like it was just the 2 sheep. So yeah, these guys are going to kind of be the beginnings of our sheep farm over here. We're going to have some automatic sheep shearers over here where we're going to be able to get every single color of wool and have a nice little sheep farm. But that's going to be something we're going to do a little bit later. So we're going to kind of chuck them over there out of the way so they're not really bothering anybody right now. Let me go ahead and move the rest of these animals over to some new resting places. And then we're going to break ground on this structure here. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there we go. So our tree is touching the ground again, and we have a bee house. We have at least the beginnings of a bee house. Of course, we got a lot of work yet to do to it here. And I'm kind of trying to figure out a good way aesthetically to really make this thing kind of plug in here. I may actually extend the bank a little bit further back out here and kind of bring it up against the edge of the building here, because I kind of don't mind it being kind of right in here. And then we could kind of take these blocks right around like that. Something of that nature. I don't necessarily know. Where's my slabs? I went and grabbed some wood slabs and things of that nature because I knew I was going to need them for here. And we could kind of use that in there as well. I think we're going to get rid of these 2. And we're going to kind of play around a little bit with how we can make this thing look here. Because we kind of got this nice aesthetic here. Although, you know... I don't know. I don't really know. Oh. Well, here comes the rain, folks. Here comes the rain. All right. So, yeah. So, I don't, you know, I'm really not 100% sold on any of this over here, to be completely honest. Not fully sold on a lot of this yet. And I honestly had these here just as kind of just this different step-up area that I had going on here. But I think we kind of got to rebuild this over here a little bit as well. And it's not that we couldn't do this if we wanted to, but I really feel like we just kind of need to bring this further out now and kind of... Yeah, like maybe something like that. Give me that. So there we go. So now we've got our wood kind of around the back there. And then we can kind of go all the way down here like this. And then we can go like that. And we can... Ooh. I really should grab an axe, but I don't feel like it. And we can kind of chuck those in there like that. Then we can kind of maybe have these here like this. So there's like a little bit of a stepping stool back here. So we can kind of make sure that we can maneuver around and get up on top of the hill if we need to. And then I think this kind of just fills it out a little bit more. I think what we really need in like the shadow of this tree is like another smaller tree like right here. But I really think I want to kind of flex and do like a custom tree. Do something out of like fence posts and spruce leaves, something of that nature, like a little bit of a smaller tree so it just looks a little bit better. I think we'll chuck that in here maybe a little bit later. But yeah, I'm kind of liking this. I'm kind of liking the way that the bank is kind of just now naturally like there. But now I think we need to take this guy out of the way. And I think we put in these guys like that. There we go. How's that look? So now we're kind of coming up from the path. La 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 la. And then we've got all this extra here. Let's get you out of there. Yeah, that one doesn't look as good. There we go. That's looking much, much better. We'll get some flowers. We'll get some other stuff. I actually want to get some bone meal, get some grass in some of this ground as well, even though we do need to put a lot of flowers out here for all of our bees, which are, of course, going to be housed inside of here. But we got to get a floor in here. We got to get a ceiling on this building. A ceiling, a roof. Well, that also includes a ceiling, but hey. It's, you know, words are still difficult for me. Words are still difficult. Don't judge me too harshly, folks. Don't judge me too harshly. But yeah, let me go ahead and let me get a little bit more work done on this here, and then I'll be back with you guys momentarily. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again. And I'm kind of playing around with this idea here that the honey, there's so much honey over here from all of these bees that it is just kind of leaking its way out of a couple of different exterior fissures here on the building. And I thought that this was going to be a nice kind of clever way to hide some of our redstone contraption kind of stuff inside. I got to replace these levers here, because I accidentally broke the blocks that they were attached to. We want to make sure we're able to still activate all of these things, unfortunately. So, I mean, we got to kind of only destroy as much as we can destroy. But again, that's why we have, like, the outside aesthetic. I really did try to avoid destroying most anything if I absolutely could. And I think we're going to just chuck in, like, a stair block like so. Yeah, there we go. And let's do another one on this side. Like, can we do this way? And then let's do one... no, not like that. Let's do one like that. No, I don't like that. I don't like that whatsoever. There we go. Let's put that like that. And let's get that out of there. That doesn't look good. Get that right out of there. And then I think we'll put a brick slab right there. Something like that. Look like a little bit of extra kind of textural elements. I think we got to kind of zip this out of here, though. I'm kind of not really the biggest fan of it anymore, because now it just looks like this kind of whole complete thing on the inside of the building here, or on the outside of the building, and the rest of the building's kind of in a state of disrepair a little bit. So I don't necessarily want it to kind of have that idea to it here. However, we do need to take that out of there. There we go. And again, same kind of thing here. We're going to kind of go with this aesthetic here. We're going to hide some honey inside on the floor as well. We're going to kind of come in here and we're going to stick some honey in there on the floor. But like I said, I just thought that this would be a really, really cool idea to kind of hide a whole bunch of this stuff. What we're also going to do is we are also going to be chucking in some of our grass block inside. So that way we've just got some flowers chilling out inside of this thing. And you know what? This is going to be a really good place right here. Right here to stick a light. Let's go down one more block so that way it's not quite as obvious from up here, but that's going to transmit perfectly just through there. And let's chuck in a brick slab like so. Get that guy going in there. So there's still a little bit of a hole there. And we're going to stick another stair like upside down there like so. I always forget that you can't jump on honey blocks, so it's always kind of weird for me. I'm trying to like, like, let me move. It won't let me move, but I mean, obviously, of course, it's not going to let me move. Why would it let me move? That doesn't even make, like, any sense. And we're going to do the same kind of thing that we did before. We're going to have a whole bunch of stuff out here, and we're just going to kind of start chucking some slabbage in here. I thought I saw a creeper for a second there, and that really kind of scared me. Stick that redstone box over there like so. And yeah, I kind of, again, like the aesthetic of this, like, brick slabbage right there. And I've got more of those. Yep, okay. Perfect. Perfect. So now we've definitely got some holes in the wall, but we don't need, like, a ton of blocks to kind of try to fill them in, because we've got all of our different little things here. Like so. Yeah, that's looking really nice. That's looking really, really good. So I can take that one back. There we go. That is looking really, really, really good. We'll stick that one in there instead. So our entryway's kind of still okay. We're not really busted up too much on the entryway. And, ooh, we've still got a whole bunch of levers that we've got to replace yet, because we are missing a whole bunch of them from over here. Where did those ones end up going? Did they go in here? No. Where did they go? I didn't break any hoppers, right? There's no hoppers broken, right? How do you just, like, misplace 3 levers? Did I just not grab them and they despawned? That's always entirely possible. They might still actually be... they might still be over here. I might just not have grabbed them when I broke those blocks or something. No, I don't see anything. I think they must have despawned or something. I'm not 100% sure. You know what I also forgot is we also forgot, of course, to put in our ceiling trusses in here, which we forget, I'm pretty sure, every single time we do a building. I don't think I have ever remembered to do it one time. We are going to come across the ceiling like this with these ones here. And they are obviously not going to be where there are holes, but kind of right inside the doorway, right like so. So right like that, like so. And like so. Just like that is where they're going to be. There's that little extra kind of visual element to it. I'm kind of a big fan of it. And like I said, inside of the building here, we're going to chuck a whole bunch of these grass blocks because nature's kind of overtaken a little bit. The flowers are kind of doing their thing in here. And there we go. That's good there. Like so. Yep, I like that. I'm a big fan of that. Perfect. See, this is all kind of starting to come together now. All kind of starting to come together now. And then I think the rest of the things in here, we're just going to do stuff like... Actually, we'll chuck in like a couple of sea lanterns. We'll do one like right there. We'll do one like right there. Over here. And then we're going to do one... right here. Bam. And of course, we're going to cover the tops of those with some slabbage. And we just put some honey kind of sloppily in here on the floor like this as well. And I guess we can... I was thinking about maybe doing a rift in here. Oh my god, how did that break so fast? It was just my hand! Haste 2, man, I'm guessing. Haste 2 must have been. Yeah, give me that one. There we go. I mean, I know I've got like an infinity of these things, but I can't just be breaking them willy-nilly here, alright? Like, come on. Like, we actually, like, actively need them. I don't think I want honey blocks on the floor in here. Only because it makes it more annoying when you're trying to come in here and kind of harvest honey or harvest whatever else. It's really aggravating when you're trying to step over all these stupid honey blocks all over the place. So I don't think we'll go with those. And we're going to chuck some more of our brick blocks. And maybe even, like, a concrete block or something in the floor here. Just like, man, this building just got messed up or something, you know? Like, actually, I kind of like the concrete just like that. Yeah, I kind of am a big fan of that. We'll chuck in a couple more stair pieces like so. Boom. And obviously, we're going to get some more slabbage going in here. But we don't want to cover up any of our grass patches because we're going to have some flowers on there. There we go. And there we go like that. And, you know, we'll have, again, kind of coming outside like that. But this is what I love. I just love doing this. I really love that the story that I feel like this tells. I really feel like it's just adding so much more character over to this area, so much more character than it already had. And we're going to kind of just chuck in a few of these little wood slabs over here on the corners. And can I actually stick a light over here? I know we do have a light pole right behind me, but that's okay. That's always okay to hide more. And kind of perfect. So, one last time, guys, I'm going to duck out, and I am going to be right back with kind of our final results here of what we're looking at for this entire build, and we'll take a look at our full honey house together. Welcome back, everybody, and I am ready to call this bad boy done and ready to... Hello, flower. Ready to be opened here. So we have demolished a good portion of this. I even chucked a hay bale down underneath that one and a couple others to make some higher pillars of smoke over here. And of course, we've just got a whole bunch of flowers, sunflowers, regular flowers, everything else inside here as well, where our bees are going to be able to feast on them. And then we come outside and we just see, again, I love this kind of idea that the honey is like overflowing out of the building in different parts. I even took that to this extreme over here where it comes out here and it goes all the way down the hill, drips all the way down here, and then of course down into the water down here, which I think looks really awesome. I actually stayed out at night to make sure that this area was lit up pretty well for the most part on the outside. I gotta kind of look at it again when it hits nightfall and just kind of double check, make sure, but I think we're good to go on our lighting situation as well here. And like I said, we've just got tons and tons of flowers. I chucked a ton of sunflowers in all over the place. We got more honey leaking all the way out down here. Hid another, you know, bunch of lights in there. And then of course we've got lights hidden underneath all these slabs, which again were sprayed out away from the building. And I kind of still tried to do this kind of stuff where I was going to deliberately leave holes and whatnot as well. You can see there's just, you know, some stair slab combos and things like that in there. And again, we've got another pool of honey kind of forming out the back here because the building's all messed up and destroyed. And that brings us back around to that side. So I'm a big fan of this. I am really liking this. And now the kind of real, you know, thing we really need to make sure of is, are our bees going to be able to get in and out of here to go to their little, you know, areas. Is that going to be a thing, or are they going to get stuck in here? See, I'm concerned slightly about not necessarily this side over here, but this corner over here. I'm kind of not filled with a ton of confidence for this corner, so I kind of want to remove those blocks there. I'll leave those in there, and then where am I actually going to stick that one there? And I kind of like that this is just like this little, it's almost like it's hanging on by like a little loose thread kind of thing right there. And then we've got a hole in that corner. We've got no hole in this corner. See, I'm also worried. Anywhere where there's going to be a corner where it might possibly get the bees stuck, because they do kind of mess up around corners at times. So I think we'll pop those couple blocks out of there. And I think we'll kind of just reattach that piece of the roof to that piece. And then we'll add this one right there, like so. Yeah, kind of a big fan of that. And then we've got openings. We've got holes so bees can get in and out. And we're not really concerned about are they going to get stuck or whatever else is going to happen to them. I still have to replace these levers. And I actually totally forgot to do that before I put my brick blocks down. I don't know what happened to the rest of those levers. I really have no idea what happened to them. I mean, they're levers. They're really, really easy to make, so I'm not concerned about it. But I'm just like, yeah, what happened to the levers? I really don't understand what happened to them. But, you know, it's kind of one of those things here. What do I need? Oh, I need a stick. I don't need wood. I need sticks. Boop, 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 boop. And we're just going to make, you know, like a whole bunch of levers. What am I missing now? Am I blind? Am I just not seeing it in here? They're right. You know, like, I need cobble. Yes, there we go. Perfect. And we're going to bang out. I lost sight of them again there. Jeez. I just need to replace some of those other ones that I had found previously. So that's kind of why I was making that point there. And we took out our coal, we took out our black concrete, our magma blocks, and we started chucking a whole bunch of other really good stuff in, just because it fits the aesthetic so well. I'm in love with this area. The more I do over here, the more I just kind of fall in love with it more and more. Like, if that even makes sense. And you can see we also have like a ton of flowers just in here. These are going to get chucked somewhere, but I'm not 100% sure where. Or I could just turn them all into dyes. Actually, I could use these for some dyes that I'm going to need for the sheep. But obviously, we're going to just be able to go back to the main base and get a whole bunch of dye if that's the case. Like, we don't really need to be too concerned about any of that. So let's get in here. And let's make sure we're putting back our levers in the right places here. I'm going to chuck this in here. I see a lot of other Hermitcraft builders will do this when they use brick a lot. And this is the first building where I've really thought that it might actually kind of make a good difference, is if we chuck some granite in there like that. It's close enough to the brick, it kind of looks almost like a ruined brick texture, I guess, maybe? Tell you what, we're going to just leave it as is, and we're just going to kind of whatever. I'm not really all that concerned about it. So all of our hoppers are all hooked up, so we've got all of our hoppers all leading down over into the area. We've got all of our dispensers all set up here. Ooh. You know what the only problem is? The only real problem, I just thought of this. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. So you guys might have already gone down to the comments to yell at me. Be like, Nick. I built this thing totally wrong. So I'm getting all the bottles and I'm getting everything all ready. This is how many bottles I have. If I split them all into 26 separate dispensers, I have 29 for each one. Not that I'm going to do exactly that, because what I want to do is I want to put a pair of shears in each and every single one of these. But the problem is I did this. Yeah. The hoppers have to go underneath the hives, not underneath the dispensers. Yeah, the hoppers are in the wrong position. Basically. What I kind of need to do, I don't want to change a lot about the building construction-wise here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to change where these things are somehow. And we're going to have to kind of try to figure this out exactly to sort this out a different way, maybe. I mean, we could probably put the dispensers, we could probably move all these blocks in the second row of the wall on the outside, and we could probably try to find a way to hide them necessarily. I don't know 100%. But yeah, the hives we're going to have to recess into the wall there. And then, yeah, I can't believe I was so I built this whole thing, literally this whole thing, without realizing that that was going to be a problem. What a waste. What a giant, colossal, massive, massive waste. Did one of them fall outside there? I feel like one of them did, because I feel like I'm missing one. One of them went somewhere, I'm sure. We have a... Oh. We have a hole here. Why is there just a random hole here? I don't know, but apparently that is a hole I left there because I don't have a block that fills it. Well, we're going to end up getting... Ooh, we don't want to go down there. Oh, yeah. Oh, I am such a derp. I am such a huge derp. I cannot believe I did that. I cannot believe I did that. Okay. Finally, we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, I decided to change a couple things up in here. I did decide to actually try to chuck a few of these granite blocks in here, and I gotta tell you, I'm a fan. I am a fan. I didn't chuck a lot of them in here, just a few here and there. But I am a pretty big fan of the way they kind of break up the just plain old brick in your face kind of thing. I really am a fan of it. So I am thinking that it's going to be something I'm going to continue going forward, and we may retroactively go through here, chuck in some, not a ton, but just some pieces of granite kind of in and amongst the bricks that we have in all of our other buildings that we have over here. We are now ready, finally, at long last, to chuck some bees in here. We've got all of our hives on our person. These are our 7 empties that we have here. But obviously, we're going to be using all of these. So again, we have, what is that, 18, 19, 20, 21 hives full of bees. And then we just need another 5 that are empty. And we're going to kind of chuck in and around in different places here. I've also got a whole bunch of sunflowers on me because basically as soon as we place all the bees down, we are going to pull out some flowers and we are going to breed our bees. So that way we have a ton more to kind of fill out the area here. So let me just kind of chuck these in here. 1, 2, 3... 4, and then we'll do 5, just like that. Just kind of shove those in there out of the way. Now let's start putting in some bees. Ooh, I like it. Ooh, some of these are already full. Probably just from the amount of bees that we had before. Some of these are still going to be babies and stuff, but that's okay. Yeah, some of these hives were probably pretty close to being full, and yeah, that's definitely a thing. We're all like fighting to try to get outside. You see that? Wow. I am just... The number of bees. And I think what we may have to do is we may have to wait until nightfall, wait until they all go in, and then come back here in the morning to make sure we can get them all out. And kind of start doing our thing here. And these should be the last 2 with bees, just like so. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, I think we might end up in a situation where we're going to have to wait for nightfall here, so let's do that. Alright, the sun is rising, and we should have lots and lots of bees out here now. Yeah, look at all these guys. Look at all these guys. So let's just kind of start chucking them some sunflowers here. We're going to need lots and lots of bee babies. Granted, we've already got a bunch of them floating around us because I did breed up a whole bunch of them like right before we started everything here. But that's okay. We'll just kind of keep feeding everything we can. Make sure we get every bee that we can bred up here. And we're kind of just feeding all the babies now, I think. Yeah, we're doing a lot of baby feeding right now. Alright, you guys go do your thing now. Go do your thing now. Obviously, we're going to keep breeding more bees and everything as we get over into the area. Now, I was going to just make enough bottles to fill in all of these things. I'm going to probably still make enough bottles to go into some of these things, but it's not going to be quite as simple as... Ooh, okay. That's a thing that happened. Yeah, I'm still going to try to make a lot of bottles for this, and obviously I want to go over to the raid farm and use the raid farm and really make sure we collect a lot of glass bottles from the witches in the raid farm, but I don't want to go too crazy either. It's kind of one of those things where I don't want to be like too nutso about it. But all right, guys, go back to doing your thing here. Go back to doing your thing. I saw some other bees pop out of the different things, so I wanted to kind of breed them up. But over 13,000. 13,312 to be exact, because everyone has 8 slots in it, because there's 1 pair of shears in every single one of these dispensers. So sometimes we're going to get honeycomb, but most of the time we are going to get... Why is that up like that? Most of the time we are going to get honey. So it's going to be really, really nice. Kind of the last little bit of these out here that we can. Can we... Okay, well, whatever. There we go. More babies, more babies, more babies. So yeah, 13,000 is what that would take, and that did not even catch those in the hopper. And why did that spit out more? I'm gonna have to rework this system here, because this is just not working properly. It's just not, I don't think I set it up properly, to be 100% honest, which is going to be really frustrating now that all the bees are in here. But I think what it's doing is it's activating the dispensers next to it as well, which is what I did not want it to do, which is definitely what I never wanted, never intended for it to do. So we're going to have to take the system back to the drawing board, unfortunately, and make sure that we have everything kind of all set. So that's basically where we're going to have to call this episode for now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching this latest episode of Tritoncraft, which is no longer a realm. Yeah, I took the actual realm offline because nobody was ever actually playing in the realm. So I decided, well, I'm not going to pay for something nobody's playing for. But I think I'm going to be looking for some new players at some point soon. In the future, I may even offer, like, Epic Film Guys patrons the opportunity to come in here. Before I go, down there in the bottom right-hand corner, you will see that Livestream for the Cure logo. Livestreamforthecure.com. The event is May 20... Excuse me? May 27th through the 31st, and we're going to raise $10,000 for the Cancer Research Institute. It's going to be an absolutely amazing time. 48 hours of content from dozens and dozens and dozens of content creators all over the world going to be joining us to help us raise money for a really, really good cause. Please come out. Livestreamforthecure.com. And, please consider joining us for the event. It's going to be an absolutely amazing time. Thank you so much for watching this latest episode of Tritoncraft, and I do hope that you enjoyed yourself, and I will see you next time. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, get that bell on, or, all these bees are going to swarm around your head and come and bite you, probably. Thank you so much, everybody out there, for watching, and goodbye!